Load game. 57 hours, 18 minutes is the most, is where we're at the moment. 57 hours I've played so far, and you're telling me there's going to be more side quests? That makes me very happy. Especially because I know you said, Gil, when you did the main run through, you done the main story in like, what, 15 to 20 hours? So it's like, shit, well, I reckon we've done about 5 to 10 hours of the story. I reckon we're probably like maybe halfway through on that, but there's a few people that have got to call me back, like, yeah, I can't do the rest of the fight yet. I'm assuming some of that might pop up. Hey, Sean, how you doing today, buddy? We getting punky today. So in my journal, yeah, I've literally got one side job, beat on the brat, and then I've got play it safe, where I have to go to the bazaar in Japantown. I think that's a Takamura one, and then go to the chapel, which I think was a Padre one. I might be wrong on that. You've got loads more. Alright, fucking A. Hey, and Hill, baby! How you doing today, dude? A good day to you, sir. I went to go like top of the country there, but instead I went more southern, if anything. How you doing, buddy? Do you map tan palen? Alright, you want me to go to the chapel? Do you know how many times, like, every time like I finish a side mission, it keeps reverting back to this one? And all I've had is stuck in my head for the last like week, because I've been seeing this pop up. It's just go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. So basically, all of these, beyond like the main ones, are just cars. I'm glowing in the dark. Just double check. I like to just double check. Sometimes you have to look like way far out. But yeah. I'm doing splendid, cheers. Like, my sleep has been just really bad recently, but last night I actually got to sleep at a decent time. I woke up at the exact, like, I basically, because I've been like sleeping really bad, I've been like waking up past 12, like, for a long time now, which is just a bit shitty, because I want to get up and see the day more. So I said to myself yesterday, I didn't set an alarm or anything, but like, I'd like basically done really bad sleeping patterns, so I like tried staying up for ages, because I went to bed at like 10:30, not last night, but the night before, but woke up at like 2. So then stayed up from like 2 till like last night. Then went to bed at reasonable time. Woke up this morning at exactly 10 o'clock, which I was very happy about. So I'm hoping I can get my sleep pattern into a good thing now. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing, Gil. That's now nothing, bruh. Like, honestly, I've brought so much shit. I've got so much shit. Like, you guys haven't seen my character, have you, for a while? So, let me... What do I gotta do? So my guns at the moment, they aren't the world's best guns, but they're pretty decent. This is my favourite one, I think. I've got Skippy as my pistol. I wasn't going to use it because it's an auto like aim one, but god damn, it can be a lot of fun. Then I've got like, not a great one there. This jacket's great. I've been upgrading this jacket. I've got a mod on it and it increases the arm by 131, which was nice. Nice top there. Got that. I've got Johnny's pants on at the moment. I have Johnny's shoes as well, but they don't really fit my outfit, you know, so... I've also finished Judy's story. Yeah. Haven't seen more than 10 minutes of this game being played. Oh, really? Well, mainly because everyone keeps scanning into the inventory to be like, I need to either break this down or sell this shit. You're doing your bachelor's degree, so you gotta wake up at 8 AM? I see. I never did a bachelor's or anything, but I remember when I had to used to get up for, like, work and studying and stuff. Like, if someone said it to me now, I'd be like, well, I can't even guarantee I won't sleep through my alarm. That happens. Every now and then I try and set an alarm, be like, right, no, I'm going to get up at like 8 AM or 9 today. And then sometimes... Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, okay, no, it's a buy... I thought that was like buy new threads as a mission. I was like, that would be pretty cute. Right, anywho, let's go to the chapel. Is the fast travel... No, fast travel's right behind me here. Yep, cool. And can I flex on... Or flex or felks? You can do a little flex if you want, but you can't felks. That sounds disgusting. Yeah, so, like, so a romance to Pan Am, you fuck her in a... Oh, shit. You fuck her in a tank. It's pretty weird as well. It kind of goes like... Spoilers, I guess, if anybody hasn't fucked you yet. But, like, it's kind of like a mix of, like, Demolition Man... and, yeah, Demolition Man and Pacific Rim type tank sex. It's weird, yeah. Boop. Also, you should do all the beat up the perps thing. All the beat up the perps. Oh, do you mean, like, reported crime type ones? Or do you mean the beat on the brat one? Because beat on the brat, I'm still waiting for Fred to call me back to go fight some more nerds, because I've beaten up a load of those nerds. But you actually mean, I think you actually mean these, don't you? So like the suspected crime things and shit like that. The baseball bats on the map. Okay. Yeah, I don't. I've pretty much ignored all of these. Yeah. Yeah, I've basically ignored most of these because I figured they're just radial. Like, they'll just be on and on. Like, now we haven't got side missions and people are going to be like, you need to wait to call you back. I probably will end up doing a lot of those, but do they stay on the map? Or are they ones that would just come and go kind of thing? I haven't really paid too much attention to them. The bit boss is on my level and street cred. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. There's no good spot for my bit boss on this. Like, there really isn't. I need to make a definitive Cyberpunk window. Right, let me just move my bit boss. And I'm going in the dark, 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 the dark. Just goes there for a minute. But yeah, I'm at 39 level 39, 50 street cred. If there's slight spoilers, I won't look at your weapons, but yeah. Stay in once you do them, they go away for good, you think. Oh, okay, right, okay, fair enough. Oh, sweet. That means there's a lot of more I can do on the sides shit as well. Oh, it's 50 max cred? Alright, I don't need to worry about that shit then. If it makes you money, fair enough, maybe, but... I don't need extra street cred, boy. People know my name. I'm V up in here. There's literally no one around me at this particular moment, so, yeah. But I'm very credible. Yeah. Not really spoilers, you might just get jealous. I'm gonna go to Batty's hotel and walk there. Alright, let me have a little butchers. So you got... Well, to be fair, I'll show you something in a minute, actually, Kaiju. I'm not worried about your sword. I've got weapons, I think, that are nearly as good as that. And then your gun's pretty nice level. Your gun's a very nice level. But, yeah. Like, as far as the melee weapons go, like, because I forgot to show you the melee weapons. I do actually have melee weapons. So I've got, this is my best katana that I've got that is natural and unglitched, in my opinion. And then there's this, which, fuck that, we'll get rid of these. But then we got this. I haven't got this knife recently. I also got, a big wrench and something else super early. I just found them at, like, 1200, 1400 DPS when all my other guns were like, a couple of my guns weren't even over like level 200 yet, and so like I haven't used them. I was like, that's bullshit. I was like, that's kind of like, it is obviously a glitch. Surely that isn't the case. You're meant to find these ridiculously overpowered melee weapons, but I've just not used them basically because I was like, well, if they're going to be that overpowered, I don't want to be too overpowered necessarily. Like, don't get me wrong, my guns for where I am in the missions, some of them are crazy overpowered and it's hilarious, but for the most part, I want it to still be like a bit of a challenge. And you love the music in Batty's Hotel, right? Yeah, man. It's like, I don't know where this is from, but it sounds like the Afrikaans version of Little Big, who are the Russian version of Diamford, who are South African. Full circle. Well, it's more of a triangle. Full triangle. Yeah. So let's go to the chapel. Hi, how you doing? Right, I know. What about you?
Do I know you?
Wow. I was just saying how good my street cred was, and then this bitch just walks up and is like, do I know you?
Dee dee doo dee.
I'll leave him be. He's clearly a spy, though. Clearly a spy who just stands on the phone and goes dee da doo dee and then walks away. He wanted to see if I'd be like, the herrings are nice this time in year in Portugal, and then he would have handed me the briefcase. What you got?
Everything sucks.
I quite often see you kids with RC controllers. I haven't seen a single RC car. Who are you controlling? Are you being controlled by the child?
God.
Is it a new Joy Toy thing? Wait, what's your mate saying?
You got a big dumb face.
Fuck you, little shit. Illegal activity, what'd I do? You did the exact same joke there. I don't know where it goes. You do see kids with the odd gat in hand as well. Like, you quite often see the kids on this just holding guns for no real reason. It's like, why are you holding a gun? Like, if you're allowed to hold a gun, I should at least be allowed to shoot you in defense. Like, come on. What the fuck is this? I have to live in a world where I have to be afraid of children shooting me and shit? Someone I just got the beep off noticement. Oh, come on. I wanted to turn the projectors off. Huh? They need to, like, fair enough, it might build up more of the quick hacks. Like, I've got some cool quick hacks now. But part of me is like, it needs to be a bit more Watch Dogs at time in that sense if they're going to go that way. Yeah, you can't shoot kids. It's bullshit.
Who gave me away?
It's my max street cred.
Isn't it?
We have had eyes on you since you entered Pacifica.
Oh, is it?
Making sure I didn't get lost. Could meet somewhere else. Not big on funerals.
Oh, was it a funeral?
Do not be
That's probably why I'm hearing crying.
This funeral is not for you.
Well, clearly this funeral is not for me.
My contact?
Otherwise I'd be up on the
Tell me
stage,
about
right?
this job.
In a nice
I'm
box.
just the man in the middle. You will learn more soon.
Interesting biz strategy you got in Pacifica. No details, no names, no one knows a thing.
Your name we know. That is enough.
They don't actually know my name though, they just know V, right? They don't know my actual name.
You screening me? See if I came alone. What kind of chrome I got? Is some kind of test?
Most people we work with.
His skin's pretty good. Like, I've noticed a couple of characters, they all, like, their skins generally look really good. Like, their skin itself, like, the texture. But, like, when you get really close to some of them, like, I noticed it on Johnny yesterday. I was like, fuck, man. Like, Johnny looks all levels of fucked up when you get too close to his skin. His paws are like that. It's so hard to get, like, skin right on every level, man.
You think we put together this funeral special for you?
Want to talk with Brigitte? She here somewhere?
No.
Then why did the mission marker tell me to come
Shopping
here?
center by the intersection. Go to the butcher shop
Ooh,
there.
get some meats.
Ask for Placide.
Get some tasty
He will
meats.
tell you the
Some
details.
tasty treats. Oh, also, if you want me to change my arm upgrade, we can. At the moment, I'm trying out gorilla arms because basically I've used the rocket arm for ages. Then I got upgraded, like even better upgraded mantis ones. I used those for a while. I've put gorilla ones on to try, and I've got to try out the mono wire ones yet as well. I want to make a confession. Oh no, I did this before, and all it does is waste your money. Okay, I'm going to confess. I just threw a grenade at a child. Yay! And just like that, my sins have been forgiven. Remember your penance. Aww. And now, I don't have to worry that I tried to blow up a child. I can still get into heaven. Beautiful. Gorilla arms are cool as they're good for the fights. Yeah, that's it. I didn't have gorilla arms when I did my actual fights that I've had. The first few fights, I remember I beat the twins really easily. What are you looking at? I'm not in a bad area. But yeah, I beat the twins real fucking easy. And then what was it? The dude with the six-wheeled car, and the military dude who you get the sniper from. Those guys, it took me a few goes. Like, a couple of times I wore them down ages, but like they got 1 or 2 hits in and I was just done. So I came back once I'd upgraded body a bit more and shit. But have you tried mono wire much yet? I fucked up that double. Whoa. He's staring me dead in the eyes as he plays this guitar. No, he's not. No, he had
Could
no,
always be worse.
no, it couldn't. No, it couldn't. No, you're doing alright, mate. You're doing alright. You jam on. You jam on. Jam on. You haven't seen either the monowire or the projectile launcher. Really? I was using the projectile launcher a good bit for ages. It's really fun. Because it's basically unlimited grenades. Or unlimited rockets in your arm. But like, whereas grenades won't kill me if I throw them at myself, that does.
She's done. Oh, il pas changer l'idée. Ton coup tout le temps.
Bother.
Well, my Creole's a bit rusty.
Yo parle 1000 langues dans la cité.
That's true.
Nous parlons seul grain.
Shit luck, right? All those and I don't know yours.
Eh bien, comme translation, ou pas maton.
You actually sell meat out of here? Really?
Ou actuellement
Why have they got frozen glass on the freezers? Isn't that kind of dumb for like frozen glass is good if, you know, this was some sort of bathhouse, but when you actually need to see what stock he has, that's kind of shit. Because it's like, well, how am I going to see what quality your meat is? Come on, bro, I can barely see your meat. Like, come on, show me your meat. Show me your meat very clear. Stop blurring your meat for me when I'm trying to see it.
Looking for
And that isn't a comment on
Placide.
Asian pornography. Oh, I suppose it is a little bit now, but
Regardez ici là.
Dodo ti petite maman. Dodo ti petite
Ici,
maman.
regardez.
shut up, she's singing.
Si ou pas dodo, crabe la va mangeant. Si ou pas dodo,
Crab will eat you.
crabe la va mangeant.
What crap?
Les entrées,
Maman
regardez
ou
dans
pas
la caméra.
là,
Shut the fuck up.
les aller dans marché. Papa ou pas là, les aller.
Papa did go to the river, yeah.
Si ou pas dodo.
There's lots of rivers in
crabe la
England,
va
though, so that's probably why. I liked that, thanks. I'm cool. Can I throw money at you now? Oh,
Les entrées, regardez dans la caméra.
okay. Why didn't you just say that? Jeez.
C'est vous-même. Continuez. Placide, regardez là.
Thank you. Okay. Oh. Phew. Man, V needs to get his shit together, dude. Like, everyone's dying. Just because you're doing it a bit more accelerated rate doesn't mean you need to keep showing it off.
You proceed?
I'll talk to
Wanna
your
talk
boss.
to your boss.
Yeah. Where they at? That way? Alright, thanks for your help. Do you guys seriously not have anything to steal? Oh, here we go. Oh no, I can't steal it. You son of a bitch. How dare you send me to a room where I can't steal stuff? What do I want?
Here I thought selling domesticated fowl was still illegal. 6 years poultry supposedly had the plague. Now all of a sudden, poof, it's clean.
Oh, really?
It's not for sale. What you want?
Man, so what, they haven't been allowed chicken in this world for that long? That's savage. Chicken's like
You know, I heard a few
the
things
best
about
meat,
you.
really. Like, everyone loves chicken. Not everybody likes red
Voodoo
meats and
boys.
stuff, but beyond
Best runners in
vegetarians and
town.
vegans, I guess.
Least
Every
that's
meat
what they
eater
say.
pretty much likes
Though
chicken.
nobody
I've never
really
met someone who
knows
didn't like
what
chicken.
you want in
I've
the
met
end.
people who didn't like beef and
This is
lamb and,
food.
you know, other
I mean,
meats.
bleeding edge black soft, corporate data heists, waging war on net
Oh,
watch.
it's a chicken's head.
But no one mentions chickens. I want to talk to Brigitte.
Only allowed meat from select culinary labs. Right, oh, okay, yeah, so they had them,
Listen
but
to me.
genetic. Oh, brand new chicken.
And you'll tell me more about the job.
Where'd that come from? You chicken magician? Oh shit, there's like a whole box of them.
Yes, but not here.
Oh my God.
Follow me.
Where'd you just put that chicken? I don't trust him. Chicken smuggler. Chicken is like the only meat you actually eat now. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, loads of people don't really eat much more beyond it. Hey, what are you doing? No, you could hurt someone.
Welcome to
You might put someone's eyes out. Sorry about that. I mean, you say welcome to Pacifica, but I could... Yeah, really
Nah.
well.
You guys aren't exactly great at rolling out the welcome mat for ads.
Bag of holding chicken. Yeah, that's it. Oh shit, look at the size of those chickens.
Where suits
Oh.
were burned their eddies. A close circle. A corpse
Man, imagine if flamingos were actually that big.
cash back out.
It's
All
just
the
the ones
toys
we've
they
seen
have
so far are all
from
pygmy
cash.
flamingos. Hi, how you doing?
Idris is now in the GIM.
Shit, he's already got cybernetics. He's only like 5.
Pacifica's biggest, ugliest temple to create.
Oh.
But never finished. Until last week, it was
I fixed that
deserted.
roller coaster before as well. That was fun.
But now,
The animals crawled there, made a nest.
Ratatatata.
Qui est à- Deuxième.
The animals.
Ok, mon gars, vini pita. Greta.
Hello. Oh,
Acide, petite moi.
Ooh.
it's a bag of chickens.
Gen lot
Well,
ki gen
it's not a bag, is it? It's newspaper wrapper.
Dead.
They still have newspapers in this world? That is nuts though, right? Like, why are you still printing newspapers in 2077? Why are we doing it now?
What are you trading exactly?
Don't ever trade in nothing exactly. Whatever lands in my lap, honey. Times are tough. Gotta pinch every last one. Trading anything I can get
Newspapers
my
with
hands
videos? Do they have videos on them? Are they meant to be moving? Scream sheets. Yeah, at least you have it like that.
on. Let me show you, hun. Doubt you'll be disappointed.
I'm assuming I will be. Oh, actually, no, she's right. I'm not disappointed. She has some cool shit here. All right, so let's waste 10 grand on those. Let's waste 5 grand on those. Waste another. Actually, we probably have loads of those, so we'll go 2.5 grand on those. I didn't quite get 2.5, but fuck it. And we'll just buy a fuckload of those. Maybe not that many. That'll do. That'll do. Right, so Contagion I've already got, but is this one a better one? Excuse me. Here we go. I've sorted it by weight. Hang on, let me sort by quality. So I've got Contagion, but shit Contagion. All right, so we'll get the good Contagion. Cripple movement. Have we got a good bad one? Might as well sell the shit one as well. Now I don't need it. Cripple movement. I've already got the good one. Memory wipe, overheat. Got those. Don't care for ping. I think short circuits are my good ones. Second, they can't hear me. Cripple movement relatable, right? Yeah, I know. I bust it on people all the time. Okay, so I don't need all of these cyber malfunctions. I should look at these more. I don't think they actually take any weight though, so that's fine. So I've already got. Wait, is my overheat a shit overheat? Because I'll get the better overheat otherwise. Okay, nice. Cool. So I can get rid of overheat. Two memory wipes there. Oh yeah, I can just tell by the pictures. So I've already got a blue one of that. I've only got a green one of that, so we'll get that one. Right, nice. Got that one blue. What's this one? Ping. I think we've only got the shit ping. But I don't use ping anyway, but I'll get it. You know, I might want it later. So I have the epic version of that. Synapse burnout I have, but in what function? Oh shit, well I just bought it again, so cool, no worries. And weapon glitch, which I've already got on that one. I don't think I have that level whistle though. Okay, let's get rid of one of those. And then we've got that one epic. Reboot optics we have on epic. Press backup we don't. Short circuit I do. Yeah, there it is. And I'm sure I just bought weapon glitch. Yeah, cool. Alright, sweet. Use ping the most, to be honest. Fair. That was the first one I had. I use the destructive ones now more. So the ones I use the most are usually like Contagion, because that spreads between people and it's awesome. Overheat is really fun. Short circuit's good as well. Short circuits can fuck a robot up like straight up as well, which is amazing. Let's sell our junk. $6. Oh, man, I don't even know why we do anything else in this game, and we could just, you know, resell stuff like that. in all honesty, you could just be a really successful looter in this game. You don't have to do any of this illegal shit that we do. Lol, do. That's pretty cool. They're better than my current shoes. But they look ugly. They just don't fit our thing, you know. That one can get lost too. Sweet. And then do I have any shit guns to sell? So I can get rid of that. I think I have a better sniper somewhere. Right above it, 353. But that's rare. God damn it. Well, I'm selling that one because it has no mod slots. Because who wants a gun with no mod slots? I don't really use shotties in this game much either. I'm not really a fan of the shotties in this. Okay. And we'll get rid of that. Alright. Let's carry on with this mission that we're in. Oh, it's 2:22 here. Crazy. Crazy up, yo. What are you saying, fam? Shit, she has a gun. Shit, he has a gun and a jacket with studs on.
Yeah, a few times. You want the animals out of the gym? Extinct? That why you hired me?
You learn everything soon.
Oh, that's good. I like information. Hi, Hayden. Hi, Hayden.
I mean, it makes no sense them being here. Middle of Pacifica, no backup, cut off. It's your turf. Hell, even badges don't patrol.
Oh, I just remembered I need to equip my stuff. Oh wait, I do already have better versions of a lot of these. They're just equipped already. Well, shit. Placide, bitch. Yeah, he doesn't seem the friendliest, you know. Okay, so cripple movement. I guess we can leave in. What we got here? So sonic shock, system reset, and weapon glitch. It's a target says central nervous system, cause them to lose consciousness. Target will not make any noise whilst losing consciousness. Oh, okay, that's not too bad actually. That sounds pretty cool. Let's unequip everything and just go for it. Right, so Synapses Burnout is savage, so we're definitely keeping that one. Contagion is a lot of fun. Overheat is delightful. Short Circuit makes short work of robots. Haven't done a quest backup one yet. Deafens the target. Means they can't communicate. Cripples the target's nervous system, causing them to lose consciousness. That one might be good. And then weapon glitch just means they can't shoot us for a bit. Oh no, cripple movement. I'm going to do cripple movement because that one actually helps a lot for when you're trying to do the old sneaky sneak on people. Okay, so all of these I can pretty much get rid of. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Next time. Oh yeah, so this is all the stuff I have at the moment, as you can see. Like, I still need to get 2 more things. I haven't even found any other things beyond subdermal armor for the shoulders yet. So I'm looking forward to having actual things here for it. I do need to go to some more, they're not fixers. I need to get more of the cyber people to find them more. I've gone to quite a few of them, but...
Roll around here. They're trying to provoke you? Make you do something stupid?
They do not leave GIM.
How many we
Shoulders have immunity layers. Ah, okay, right. So, so it would be right. So like subdermal armor, and then a different dermal, just dermal maybe, prodermal armor. Okay, so far I think I've only got subdermal. So I got a couple. Like I got 2 or 3, but I think they've all been the same basically. Like they'll replace each other.
We talk here. You sit.
I sit. Can't I? Oh, your PC's not even hackable.
When do I see Brigitte?
Yeah, when do I see Brigitte?
That is first. What the hell?
Could fucking tell me what you plan to do first.
Yeah. I've already had a BD that nearly killed me.
You do what I say.
Yeah, I think I've already got immunity to a couple of things through some stuff on my clothes.
Or you'll do what? You got a line of volunteers waiting?
V? Home stretch, almost there. Do not fuck this up.
Shut up, Johnny. Fire not jacket.
Damn it. Here goes nothing.
Well, at least he's not likely to talk your ears bloody.
Oh, that's true.
Evelyn Parker. Ring a bell?
Not one of us.
She did work for you once.
Yeah.
Got a feeling we're not gonna become best friends.
Oh shit, is he Bane?
No chemistry.
I will survive.
Alright, Gloria.
Why not send your own goons to the gym?
It's not our way.
How's that been working out for you?
Work good. Good more than bad.
This is the way. He's looking at me.
Your calm shaman, it is Victor.
You two know each
What
other.
the fuck does he know? To be fair, he's done probably the least amount of stuff for me.
This hardware is shit. You should replace.
Oh, so now you're a Ripper Doc.
Ripper
too.
Dog, that's their names, yeah.
Is that at all relevant? Or just a cheap scare tactic?
I need you to be able. I need no.
Okay.
This chip. It have no signature. What is it?
Oh, that's my Johnny chip.
Besides that, everything's okay?
Neural net problem. Cortex spikes.
Yeah.
Other trash.
Any of that a deal breaker?
I asked you about the chip.
Am I joining the army here? Is that why he's doing it?
Chip's why I'm here. Why I want a word with Brigitte. Doesn't look at all familiar.
It should. Why? I see only it is damaged.
Got a bullet to the brain, hasn't worked since. That's how.
Forgot about that.
You know, you haven't asked about my experience.
It's
what
true.
I can do.
Where I
We
graduated
are
from
not
and
cop.
stuff.
Do not offer career. You do for
Oh,
us only
wait,
one
is there no
thing.
health with this though? I'm only doing this for the health insurance because America's fuck you with that sort of shit.
Once inside, what do I do?
The camionet.
Vehicle. Okay.
2035 07. 3 seconds before, poof.
Okay.
We try to learn where the camionet come from.
Van's definitely a custom job.
I see you not know also.
Hey, just trying to piece the facts together.
I'm kind of warming up to him.
Record all
At
this
least
on
he's
your
quite
own?
straight with everything.
Local cam signals, corp sats. We capture.
He's got some CPUs on his shoulder as well,
But
so you
from
know he's
inside the gym,
badass.
Squat, right? Tech looks pretty advanced. Doesn't scream meathead to me.
They watch it very close. It is important, whatever it
Placide.
is.
Batman Kelly have this
What the
on
fuck are
Femme
you
pote,
wearing?
là.
Go back to your sex games.
Time for a break? Think you might be needed.
They will manage fine. You focus.
I will fuck us.
Animals aren't the play here, are they? They're hired muscle. Someone else needed them. Someone with a van full of Netrunner tech. And that's where I come in
The
to
camionet.
sniff out who.
Start with the camionet. Hide from
Camionet.
all eyes. Only see the situation. You have
Situation.
nothing with Rizzo Agüe, our subnet.
Why? What for?
You are my vessel now. To Agüe, I see what you see. Hear what you hear.
Do you need to call me right now?
Guide you through GIM.
Okay.
Your voice in your head. Just what the
I know,
Ripper
right?
Doc
Jesus.
We know who the runner inside is?
Ugly.
What he wants?
This I hope you tell me.
Oh, okay.
So, aim to keep an eye on me. Shows trust.
So I just give this guy
All
Apple
right.
level of control.
Anything else I should know?
Find out people name all. They
Okay.
will show you how to get inside the beast.
My pay. How much we talking, and how am I gonna collect?
Best be several million.
And say you not in this for cash. You in this for problem.
Well, Hans is a piece of
Do
shit.
GIM
You give me
for
money.
us, Brigitte can solve it.
Uh-huh. Except then I found out you need me to be a bullet trap on enemy turf.
Yeah, that's it.
That means my fee's just gone up.
Mm-hmm.
We will see. No promise.
Bullshit. Well, no job then. Fuck you.
Got it. So I do this, and you put me in front of Brigitte, right?
Yes.
She best be a real
At the
person.
end of the hall. Go down. My people will let you pass.
Okay.
We are done.
You're none too fond
Now,
of
I've got
strangers
3 questions
here,
for you.
are you?
People like you. Stick out.
Racist.
Meaning, I best watch it?
Wise.
Thanks.
Brigitte even know we're supposed to meet? Or did you cook this deal up all by yourself?
You speak with Chefin when time is right.
Okay.
So, voodoo boys.
Voodoo, bitch.
Why? Don't seem to believe in voodoo.
Don't know. Ask those who call us this.
You mean to say you call yourself something else?
Oh, is it just a racist term for you guys?
And you ain't gonna tell me, are you? Right.
They call themselves the big ones. Yeah. Oh, when he said go down the hall, it seemed like he was gesturing this way. I wanted to go in here.
Go.
You go. I'm looking at your door. Anyway, it was nice to meet you, James. But fuck you, Pete. Okay, fine. Use the stairs like a peasant.
All ears. What?
I check stability. The link on your end clear.
Seems so.
Oh, I didn't mean to do my double jump. My double jump, not my double jump. Hey, and Grim Reaper, how the hell are you doing? It has indeed been a while. How have you been keeping? Oh, I mean, to be fair, I've probably had to restart, like, load points every now and then. There's definitely been a lot of bugs I've seen of people, like, T-posing, car just exploding into weird speeds and shit. But it's been incredibly playable for me, so 570 HP, as in it should be higher. This car's fast, but it's a bitch to drive, man. It's so bad at handling. I've got another car which is like the second fastest car, I believe. I didn't know it when I bought it, but I looked at a thing afterwards and it was like, I was like, oh sweet. This is the fastest car, and it was completely free.
They are my people. Talk with them.
Oh, talk with them. Okay, I can actually drive right up to them.
You V?
I am. Don't worry about my fire. Tough life, but still alive so far. Oh yeah. You just get into Red Dead 2. Fucking A. Story on Red Dead 2 is fucking amazing. I plan to play again at some point myself, for sure.
Our turf.
Free?
Our home.
Ah, well.
We need not to be
So-
ghosts here.
I'll do this and then I'll tell you. Hang on.
Must be ghost. Be silent. Invisible.
Know the way in? Was told you.
So basically, there's a mission.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at which cars to buy, because there's loads of ones and I didn't know which ones to waste my money on.
Anything
I saw the
interesting
guide, so I
happen over
bought the other car,
Since we
but then
are
this
here,
car I hadn't actually done the mission for. But
quiet.
the mission where you meet Pan Am,
there? No one in?
I don't know
No
if you
one out?
remember, but you go through
Well,
like a really
went
long
out for
tunnel.
supplies once.
Halfway down that tunnel is just a car there for you that you can just take and it becomes yours. So, yeah, do it. It's pretty good. Where did my car go? Did you also know you can put shit in the back of your car, like in your boot and shit? It's like that car, it has the engine in the front. No, it has the engine in the back, sorry, so I have to put my stuff in the front.
Just taking in the sight.
There's an Easter egg in the same place on the shard you pick up. A lot of the shards I've glanced over, but like kind of, for the most part, ignored, because there's been loads. But as far as like references and Easter eggs go, fuck me, there's been so many in this game. There's like the GLaDOS ones, there was, I'm gonna not remember any of them now. There's the Office Surgeon one, there's an Evil Dead one. Every single mission, I believe, or every single side mission at least, I believe, is a song title. I think every single one. Cave car. Yeah, it's in a cave. It's in a tunnel cave thing. Yeah, it's like a long tunnel, but dug out of like a mountain type thing. Oh, I did say that. I did say that. Right. What am I gonna do? Just set these people on fire? I guess I can set them on fire. That was a terrible double jump. That was fucking awful. What? No, fuck off, I want to zoom in. Alright. So. Let's breach protocol, so we can get shit better. Oh, and that's a JoJo reference. Alright, fair. Yeah, I don't know JoJo at all, but it's good to know where the reference comes from now. I hate these when they don't. When you have to look like, right, it doesn't work there, so I have to start it from somewhere else. So just do it that way. That's fine. There's no goddamn 5-5 on this one. There we go. Sweet. And now we'll give them all the flu. Set him on fire. Is there only a couple of them? Short circuit them. And we'll synapse them. Yeah. Meep meep. And I am indeed playing this on PC, yeah. So it's been a pretty smooth experience for me. I've definitely not had the issues like poor console players have had, for example. Okay. And now we're just walking. See, for a lot of the beginning of the game, I didn't use like the hacks at all. I had some really shit ones, and I just went in pretty much guns blazing. And I think if you need to get like lots of ammo and loot and shit, going in guns blazing is good because you can just rob everybody. But it's very nice to actually be stealthy on this as well. Oh, that dude just straight died from that one.
Ow, you roach!
Oh, you roach. Oh shit, they see me. Okay, game on. Kirby? Do we have to change that? Should I start saying the Bron or some shit now? Nice bike. Shame you're too dead to ride it. Hey, how you doing? Are they pissing themselves? Is that what I'm hearing? It sounds like they're pissing themselves. There's a pretty fly way of getting around, even faster than the free Caliban. Oh really? What's that? Grown wings? That'd be pretty cool, actually. Oh, you're right, mate. He's not having the best of times. I mean, he's dead, but even if he wasn't.
Okay, I'm in.
I see. The cabinet. Check it.
Right.
Can I open this? Oh, I thought that was the whole point. Alright. Oh, shit. No way you just could say that fair. I had one time when I was driving and my car glitched and my car was just sent like a rocket. it was nuts. Oh, there's people there. I'll be taking this, thank you very much. I'll take that too. No car needed. Just keep double jumping and hope from. Is it like a speed glitch or something?
This is the ATM
I don't
signal.
get free.
Stay hidden. Beware of patrol.
Meh, meh, meh. Meh, 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 meh. Do what I fucking want, mate. I'm V. Oh. Sorry you had to die. I suppose I didn't have to kill him actually, but no, he had to die. Who sees me? You. Why are you seeing me? Don't be a dick.
Wait, who is that?
Who you think? The runner we want trying to invade. With the extra
Wait,
eyes
was I in the
you
right
give
place already?
It is fine for now.
So, he knows I'm here.
Oh, find the van in the lobby. So he's out here, right? Is there anything I can distract this nerd with? He's being annoying. I've got to go over there. Okay. Right. No, don't look! Don't look! Don't look! Don't look! Don't look! Oh, Jesus. For a second, you saw a clip of it in action. Okay, nice. Oh, shit. Everyone's in action at the moment. Hang on. So, when you left, you came back and had to watch another 20 seconds of laggy ad. God damn, man. Yeah, the ads on... Oh, shit. The ads on Twitter have become ridiculous.
Okay, van's in sight.
Okay. Oops. There we go. God knows how we didn't get caught earlier on this level already. I need to wait for my RAM to build up. Oh. He thinks I'm a birdie? What an idiot. Oh, I don't have enough for initiate overload. How many pennies do you get per ad? None. I don't think we get any for those at all. We can run our own ones, which I usually run one at like whenever I do a break kind of thing, like a 30-second one. But I think it takes like 200,000 views, or it's something ridiculous before you even see a penny. So basically, the answer is we'll probably never get any actual money from any of the ads, and the vast majority of the ads you see have fuck all to do with our stream, and we don't get anything. So yeah. So the one that you just got given when you came back in stream, I won't get anything for it. I don't believe anyway. I think only the ones I play I get it added towards my overall goal, at least, you know. She just suffered with Twitch. Basically, yeah. that is pretty much how it goes, yeah. Hey. Yeah, if I could, I just wouldn't really have them. Like, I'd run them on my break, but I don't like doing it during the actual game. Okay, I need to wait for Contagion to load back up, and then that might be enough. Yeah, there we go. You should be passing that Contagion on, though. I don't know why it doesn't seem to be doing it at the moment. Kill save may average around 0.01 to $1 per viewer per hour. Yeah, nah. For the top streamers, maybe, yeah. But nah.
Think I know where you're hiding.
How could you possibly even know where I'm hiding? Like, I'm nowhere near you. Ah, fuck it. Do you know what? Let's just go guns blazing.
Come out and I'll give you a lead discount.
Okay, at the van.
Maybe not. Maybe I can just sneak around this way.
I see what you see. No chatter. Now, interface with the van.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, that's it, man. Like, if they put the ad in the top corner and showed you the mainstream and the mainstream sound still, that I wouldn't even necessarily have an issue with that. It's the fact that your like sound and your vision is just taken over, and you can't hear anything. You'll come into a stream like hi, and then the ad will start as well. You'll be like, oh, for Christ's sake, mate. My chair is comfy as fuck. I love it. I worry about the day it breaks. But it's a great chair. I got it cheap as well. I got it second hand. Somebody sold it. They were like they had like made like a cabin out in their back garden for their kids, but they wanted to sell the chairs because they were like too big and stuff. So they were selling them whilst the kid and the husband were out, and they didn't know they were being sold. There was 2 of them. I got one, and someone else obviously got another one. But I would have been pissed if I came home. Like if I was a teenager and I came home and this chair of mine had been sold, I'd been pissed.
We do. They also want them.
Okay, so what's on me to do?
You must reach the agent. Easy now to find him.
Hey, Jimmy! How you doing today, dude? Lovely to you, man.
Step away now. This isn't your fight.
Oh shit.
Mad.
What?
Murder.
Proceed. What?
Caught. Pushed out.
Fan.
Run and know you are here. Hunt him.
Can't just scorch him violently.
Yeah.
He's got to be jacked into the van.
I cannot piece his protection. You must find him. Face him.
Don't know how do I find him? Yeah, how do I find him? Fuck it. I'll mess with anyone, who cares? Doing good, taking a break in the music production. Nice, fucking A. What kind of track are you working on today? Is it one that I've heard bits of, potentially, or?
Someone tries to cut you off. The animals be here soon. Pass to elevator shaft to
God
reach the
damn hacker, man.
You will stay unseen.
Yeah, is it one I've potentially heard you do bits of, or is this a brand new jam? Jimmy sent me a fucking badass version of the Mandalorian theme he did recently. It was awesome. As well as other dope tunes as well, but that one was really cool. Also, I accidentally came in here once thinking a side mission was here. So it's nice to actually come in here for an actual mission now. But I just walked around here before because I didn't know where I was meant to go.
Eyes open now.
What's going on?
You have company soon. Scan her right away.
That bad, huh?
Oh.
She must have
Hey, Nyane! How you doing today, dude? And a brand new track, fucking A. Have you got like, what kind of like, theme is it, kind of thing? So I'm guessing there'll be a good amount of, like, beautiful metal guitars and shit in there. They haven't actually seen me yet. Quite often it'll go into this music and I panic and start shooting them. Oh, that's Matilda. A metalcore-ish. Okay, nice. Matilda, Matilda, you remind me of a West Side Story. They found me. Leave it out. Oh shit, that was a pretty good hit. Where am I? Could I not be on the floor, please? What the hell's happening here? Why am I on the floor? What the fuck? Get up!
Try to scramble you. Keep focused.
Yeah, this netrunner is fucking with me hard.
Deal with him.
Oh. Mr. Skippy!
Now the watcher.
I think she's had enough.
Come here, I want your shit. Little piece of shit. Okay. Jimmy is an absolute legend, man. Yeah, shit, imagine if he hadn't as well. Where would it have been? Okay, I missed a few comments. Let me quickly do it. Oh, it's not the Netrunner doing it? Oh, is it that entire actual corporation trying to stop me? Because basically you thought you went under the floor. That has happened to me once or twice on this, actually. That's it. That's it. Its taste is impeccable. It's basically aim, yeah. Wait, this is unfair for me. She kept regenerating health like crazy. Ah. Well, and she did it for you as well? Get wrecked. Well, to be fair, so I was shooting her a lot, but I also had Mr. Skippy. Have you guys not found Mr. Skippy yet? Mr. Skippy's a handgun. Like, I'm sure you've had smart guns, but Mr. Skippy's my handgun with smart gun functionality. I wasn't going to use it because I don't really like the smart ones too much. I prefer the manual aim ones. But it's good for sticky situations. And it talks to me. You couldn't really hear it because it was in the soundtrack. But yeah, it speaks to me. Oh, there's actually a movie playing this time. No one wants to sit in the front, actually. Can't really get a good view. Let's get that mid-row. Oh yeah, look at that view. Look at that view. That's perfect. Let's sit down. Oh, this is nice. Go back? Why? What did I do? What did I do? Kill her and get the reward for her bounty? I think I did, right? What do you have to do for the bounty? She's not dead? Oh, was she still twitching? Interrupt my goddamn movie for this shit. Jesus. Oh. Oh well. We're not allowed to go back there now. Good old Marlon Brando, though. No. I have to... get him. Do you even know how much that bounty was? Was it worth so much I should just reload? Okay. There's probably a million people like that that I haven't taken a bounty on. You guys just want to see me fail against her again, right? To be honest, yeah, there probably is a lot of people I've just left like that. Maybe I should make sure I double tap everybody.
What do I do once I find him?
Don't be scared.
The Asian man tries to cut you off. The animals be here soon.
Why is he here?
Pass to elevator shaft to reach the lobby. Left side.
Yeah, most of the people you kill don't actually die, yeah. Oh, he just jumped right up there, didn't he? Yeah, I think because you can have weapons that are non-lethal, but I've actively chose to not have weapons that are non-lethal because I want to be lethal. You hate this mission so much, just because yeah, you have to try and sneak around everybody.
Come on, eyes open now. I swear
Right.
What's going on?
Right, so they haven't spotted me yet. Let me save it here. Okay, fucking hell, yeah, I will check Discord for both messages. Just a minute. Don't be scared. Oh shit! Oh shit! No, oh now I'm gonna be on the floor for a year, right? Oh no, I didn't stay on the floor for a year this time. I'm out of ammo.
Now the watcher
Scene detected. Message to user. Thanks,
Get something. So she was just I just got lucky last time. She did regenerate a little bit, but the grenades, the EMP grenades definitely helped me against her there. I went with guns blazing this mission and regretted it. Yeah, there's a lot of people to do it. You'll have to sneak around, the area just sucks for said sneaking, yeah. I'm on normal, just whatever the standard normal difficulty is, yeah. Okay. That was 30k, was it? Fucking A, man.
Invade him. We need access to their data. Clear? You must first.
Proceed.
Whoa, hey, easy.
What did you just do?
Well, now we can.
You suck!
No, oh, I didn't actually mean to fuck me. So many times I go to zoom in on a face but forget I've got a gun in my hand.
Bitch better have my
I gotta kill that woman again now, otherwise I just gotta kill this dude. Hey, and how you doing, Odie baby? Skip is one what works for me now, and no crashes, glitch whatsoever. Fucking A, yeah. Yeah, man, I've been finding it to be a treat.
B. Link was dead. Situation under control.
Well, I really wish I could have spoke to him a bit more. Should I reload it? Maybe I should reload it so I can actually talk to this bro. No? I'm gonna find out more about him anyway in his head.
Yep, jacking into our friend now.
Am I? I don't know what's happening here. There we go.
You suck!
E for aspect. Yeah. Hey, emoji baby! How you doing today as well, dude? Everyone coming in.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Oh. Would have had a chance to settle that nicely if I hadn't have accidentally started aiming at the guy's face. Because yeah, I think consoles it seems savage. I assume we were always gonna kill him.
V, you all right?
Give me a sec.
Guy's smoking out his mouth.
You look just like him a sec ago.
Smoking out my mouth?
Thanks. Wasn't asking.
Hey, you watch because you're working, see, you can't really watch. Nice, okay, I see what you mean, yeah, sweet. Well, I'm going to do a giveaway in a moment and have a little piss anyway, so great timing.
What do you think?
But yeah, I think if you're on a apparently I think if you're on PS4 or Xbox One, just don't even try it, by the sounds of it. I don't know how PS5 and that been going, but it doesn't sound great.
Could have been Netwatch to flatline me. VDBs might not even know I survived.
Right, then Placide's face ought to light up like a Christmas tree when you show up alive.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's head to Batty's and get this shit settled for good. Grumpy motherfucker. Hope he likes surprises.
Who doesn't like surprises, apart from those people who don't like surprises, I guess. Oh yeah, Jefferson. Just supposed to be oh, actually, I should read this. Oh god, he's been messaging me a lot. Blah 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 blah. Good luck. I'm not going to say just because I don't want to give people spoilers necessarily about this side quest, but pretty fun. PS5 is playable. Same with next gen Xbox. Right? Okay. Yeah. What is the next Xbox called? It's like, is it just Xbox One Series now, or some shit, or Series X, or I don't know why they have to be so ridiculously like convoluted with their naming system. At least PS5's like PS5. Cool, I know that's the next one. Like, the new Xbox has got like a very similar name to the old Xbox. Am I going the wrong way? Do you want me to go up this ladder? I can't go up that ladder. I simply cannot.
I'm sorry, Wilson!
Wilson!
I'm sorry! Wilson!
Oh, I could have come back here and potentially got, oh no, because our dead corpse isn't here now. Where is our corpse? Oh, they must have carried it off to eat it, I guess. Fair enough. Gotta do what you gotta do. Can I just sprint through here now? I didn't kill all the people in here, so surely they're still here, right? Yep, I can hear people now. Oh no, they all have all cleared out. These are my boys. Huh.
Oh fuck.
You alright?
Vivant.
How you doing?
You wish to talk to Placide?
I'm seeing your chain, and this is
because
the
I can
one,
take
and I
you.
can't be you. Did all of that wrong, but lead the way.
Lead the way.
Mon ami.
Rentrez.
Oh, the back seat. Okay. Been a couple of times I've been in the back seat in this game, not many, and I don't get to experience it this time. Okay, cool.
Saudi, aucun problème protéger tête tout?
I have survival instincts. I'm still alive. Hey, how you doing? Wait, what? He runs so quick. That's crazy. Never seen a runner that quick.
I thought you dead.
Nah. I can't die. I'm the protagonist. I suppose I can die, just not now, at least. Oh, yeah.
Well, that was your plan, wasn't it? I outlive your need for me. You get me out of the picture. Flatline.
No, you are confused.
You quit the Premier
Mostly
League,
mess with your
Fantasy
head.
Premier League.
Fuck mostly.
That's not how it works, my
Got
man.
eyes I can
If
see.
you quit, you insta
I'm right,
loser.
aren't I?
Yeah.
We lose the league. That was
I've had a
the
real
plan.
good week this week.
Saw
I had a
you
really good
zero
week
in
this week.
agent
Usually
tags.
I'm terrible though.
Don't tell
You're still
me
above me though,
you
right?
didn't know what
I
was
haven't checked.
going on.
be
Don't
nice
tell me
if you're not.
I didn't see what I saw.
You walk into war zone. You got hit. It is that simple. I had to free my people. They are most important to me.
I'm
We
most
tried to
important to
save you,
me though. Okay.
Mostly, he was stronger than we think.
Brigitte, want to talk to her.
But now you talk with me.
I did the job. That was our
That's a
deal.
good point actually.
You and me,
I think Ireland did win it, right?
our biz
I can't
is
remember now.
done.
No, wait, because I won it the first year.
We must head under.
Might not be above you tomorrow. Had
This
too many
is
duds this
not
week.
over.
Sweet.
Neck
I'm
watch
gonna get
will
you, boy.
return.
I'm coming for that ass.
He will not lead him to the grid. He's
Salah and
nothing
Fernandez did me
special.
well this week.
You see these guns?
I saw them. Sorti konya. Fait tout moun sorti.
You must be Brigitte. Hard woman to find.
Might be.
You have something for me.
You know about the bio.
Oh, I see.
don't you?
Currently, Ireland's top. Yeah, I get you.
Yes, and we must check its condition.
Yeah, when did you win anything, Major?
How much you know from my scans?
More than Placide, I'm sure.
You recognize the biochip because you were looking for it.
We must examine you. If you survive the gym, it is at the chip's cost.
Placide and I, we never quite saw eye to eye. Don't like being kept in the dark.
I don't
And
know.
swear, if I hear any
Which one of you has
noise
the
any fucking
trophy at the moment? That's the real question.
Which
If you have the
reminds
trophy
me,
in your living room,
Just what
you're
the
clearly
fuck
the
is
winner.
Iranian?
I will explain all.
You're trying to
First,
slink
we
off
must
as a
verify
nearly
the
man.
chip is in good condition. If yes, we will offer a fair price.
Just gonna go get relegated for a few seasons and then come back like Leeds.
Chip's already taken some damage. That's why I'm here to begin with.
It does not function.
Not that bad. Problem is, no one I've talked to can yank it out without risk of death. As soon as you commissioned the thing's theft, figured you might know a way to help.
How do you know all this?
I mean, this
How
thing's
did you
in my
find
head.
us?
Evelyn Parker.
That's a
Name
Google
ring a
Maps.
bell?
Ah, the doll, the whore.
The whore.
You found us because she led you to us.
All the
Yes,
Arsenal
we
are going to
not
do this
completely
season, right?
useless after
Oh man, it's been such a treat seeing Arsenal this season so far. If Arsenal got relegated, we're in a relegation battle, it'd be
Yes,
so
of course,
fun.
but not here. We will go to the crib, where you must
Yeah, they're
give
doing
us access to the
shockingly.
chip. Once we have the data we need, we will do our best to help you.
And then,
Seriously? Haven't done enough for you already?
yeah, right.
There is no other way. To remove it, we must first examine it.
Because if you fuck up, you're left empty-handed. That it?
I gave my word. We
Oh
will
wait,
help
sorry.
you.
Do you want me to be? Sorry, you want me to be here for the conversation? Okay.
Then, after you.
That's well. Average Joe's got no chips. You got no fans. You got no ground.
You guys sure
Your
seem to love
team
this
shit.
place. But honestly, you don't give off a strong religious vibe.
You sent you some stats for Arsenal.
Yet
Oh
we are
yeah,
stronger
okay.
without them.
That's on the relegation battle. Their fams are just prima donnas. No, they aren't. But it'd be nice if they were. Is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm actually going to take a quick break here because I need to pee. Since the beginning of October, Arsenal's shot conversion rate has been 2.9%.